moving on to Everton, Dan Freakin has been appointed as an Everton director early this week. There's been talk about him potentially becoming the Everton chairman. Do you think that could potentially be a step towards that?
Well, I mean, he owns the club. He can do it's kind of irrelevant whether he's chairman or not, but he's on the board, so he's got all the responsibilities of a director. I think whether he's chair or not is probably just about the time commitment that he has available for Everton, as opposed to anything else. One thing's for sure: whoever the chairman is, it will be effectively one of his trusted partners. I think there's a guy that came on the board this week, Eric Williamson, I think is his name, who I think is known as being his kind of fix-it guy. And so he could also be the chairman. But I don't think it matters either way. He's obviously very engaged. He obviously owns it. He's obviously the key guy. So whether his title is chairman or something else, I think is largely academic. But I think what's more interesting in the Everton situation is they clearly seem to be focused on developing the entire executive team. They've obviously got a new board in place. They've done a refinancing with JP Morgan. They've got the new stadium. So the momentum is now all turning in the right direction. The big challenge that they have is going to be summer transfer window. Loads of players out of contract. How many of those players can they re-sign? What's going to happen, for example, to Dominic Calvert-Lewin? That's one that's bubbling. Maybe he's about to sign. I don't know. I did see yesterday that he changed representation to a different agency. That can sometimes be the precursor to, well, it can be the precursor to leaving or the precursor to signing a new contract. So we'll have to see how that pans out. But lots of challenges on the field, I think, but they're starting to make it look quite professional off it. It's got to be good for Everton.
Absolutely. And we've spoke previously about Everton and their involvement with Stake, and now their shirt sponsor. Now Everton and Leicester have been accused of by an anti-gambling body of breaching the Gambling Commission's demands by advertising in gambling firms that are now unlicensed in the UK. Could they face a potential punishment from that, or would there be an investigation really first to get to the bottom of it?
Well, yeah, there'd have to be an investigation, but it seems to me that, one, they must have looked at the rules on this. All of them must have looked at it. And all of these clubs are continuing to take the money and advertise products that are not available in the UK. So I suspect they've done the work on it. I suspect there's no issue, and that they've done nothing wrong. But the lobbyists can get people interested in the story. So, we'll have to see. But my gut feel is there's nothing to see here.
And then Jared Branthwaite wasn't selected in the England squad last week, which quite a lot of people were quite confused about. That now he's reportedly considering his Everton future after that England snub. How much do you think he could potentially be worth to Everton if they were to cash in on him this summer?
Well, he seems to have had a good season, so he's probably looking at 60 million plus for a player of his age. You'd think they wouldn't want to sell because of what we said before. They've got already a lot to do this summer. The only thing that may sway that, I guess, is that because he would be profitable to sell as a youth player, that can generate a very, very chunky profit that they could then reinvest. So they may decide to take that difficult decision. My gut feel is that they won't, because it would just send the wrong message. But it is something that would deliver them a boost from a PSR perspective if they're still concerned about meeting PSR. And I would think that they probably are. We haven't seen their accounts. So by next, 29th, 30th, by next Monday, everybody has to file their accounts, and that's Everton, Chelsea, Villa, Leicester, everybody that hasn't yet filed them, that has a 30th of June year end. So lots of people are going to be filing their accounts in the next few days. Everton are one of them.